Thank you for joining us. I'm Yoon Jung-min. This year's G20 Summit kicks off in Brazil, and President Yoon has touched down in Rio to attend the annual leaders meeting to address many global challenges. Our correspondent Oh Soo-young tells us what's on the agenda and what the South Korean president will highlight.
President Yoon Suk Yeol will call for global solidarity on fighting poverty and climate change, as well as countering North Korea and Russia's military cooperation in Ukraine, as he attends the G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro. According to the presidential office, the South Korean leader will speak twice at the summit, calling for international solidarity on building a just world and a sustainable planet. On the first day of the summit on Monday, President Yoon will attend the launch of the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty, a key initiative promoted by host country Brazil. During the first leader session on promoting social inclusion, Yoon will present South Korea's contributions to eradicating hunger and poverty, highlighting the country's active contribution based on its own experience and knowledge of transforming from a war-torn, impoverished country to a major economic power. He will also urge the multilateral group to support economic growth in developing countries as a fundamental solution. On the second day, Yoon will further set out ways to foster global cooperation to mitigate climate change and transition to clean energy, emphasizing Seoul's green official development assistance. During the 2023 G20 Summit, Korea pledged to contribute $300 million to supporting those most affected by climate change. Ahead of this year's summit, Yoon told a Brazilian daily that he will strongly push for supporting developing countries' access to clean energy such as hydrogen, nuclear power and renewables. This will be President Yoon's third G20 summit following his attendance in Bali in 2022 and New Delhi last year. During his time at the G20, Yoon is expected to hold bilateral meetings with the leaders of Indonesia, Mexico and South Africa, and attend the MICTA leaders meeting for the third consecutive year. MICTA is a network of middle power countries comprising South Korea, Mexico, Indonesia, Turkey and Australia.
Yoon's office says the president will also use the multilateral platform to call for stronger solidarity on responding to Russia and North Korea's military cooperation and aim to build consensus on resolving global challenges.
In his written interview, Yoon said Russia and North Korea are shifting responsibility onto the Korea-US alliance, which has been deterring war and provocations. He pledged to closely coordinate with allies and partners to enforce robust and effective sanctions against Moscow and Pyongyang's military cooperation. Amid concerns that the incoming Trump administration could undermine such efforts by weakening America's alliances, Yoon said he is confident that he and the US president-elect would accomplish much more together, not only for bilateral relations, but for global peace and prosperity. With greater US-China tensions expected to have ripple effects across the Indo-Pacific region, Yoon said while Seoul will anchor its foreign policy on the South Korea-US alliance, it will also strive to maintain communication with China and develop bilateral ties in ways that contribute to peace and prosperity in the region and the global community. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News, Rio de Janeiro.